So I will explain the definition of air cargo. So air cargo is another terms of air freight, and it is the carriage or the transportation of goods through an air carrier. So transportation services via air are the most valuable when it comes to moving express shipment around the globe, and it consists of air mail, air freight, and air express. So air cargo also flies in the same gateway as the commercial or passenger airlines.
So as we know, the first air freight over a century ago in the 1910, when the US Department Store decided to fly or to send the 200 lbs of silk in the 65 miles from Dayton to the Columbus. So the two further example is the potential of air freight that followed in 1911, which is with ML, which is with ML demonstration of both of India and UK, and moved to the 1939 to 1945, which is World War II. They also used the air cargo as their transport of their weapons, supplies, and also troops. And then the air freight take off their important event in history of air freight that occurred in 1945 with the formation of IATA. IATA is an International Air Transportation Association, and moved to the 1990. It wasn't until 1990 that the idea of the planes with the primary purpose of transporting cargo really gets a place, and the boom of the express. This was thanks to the growth of express carriers, express parcel carriers, such as FedEx, DHL, and also UPS, and so on. And of course, the rise of the internet also affect on it, which made the air freight a much more accessible and reliable prospect for importers and exporters. So move to present. So we move to the present day, a global marketplace. The internet really has opened a global marketplace, and it's never been easier to import or export goods, right? Air freight offers a quick and easy way of moving goods from one place to another place, but this come at a price. As a general of the term, you can expect shipping by sea or to be sea or land to be the cheapest method. But however, there are exceptions. Airlines will charge variable weights, which is calculated on combination of weights and size of the parcel or the shipment. So you should also consider the value of the other benefit of shipping by air. It's much quicker than the other method of shipping, for example, which could have benefit for your business.
So I will talk about the bad impact from COVID-19 to the air industry. So due to the COVID-19, dramatically demand from the passenger of air transport has been dropped lesser to the extent, and containment measure of strengthening the viability of many firms in both the air transport sector and the rest of aviation industry. Many jobs are at stake. So while the aviation industry has often been a target of government, the COVID-19 crisis has precipitated a new set of loan guarantee, wage and subsidy, and equity injection.
So since the COVID-19 pandemic started around year 2020, most of the industry going through a difficult time to survive due to a lot of factors, and one of the industry that affected worst is the aviation industry. While the situation is broadly destructive for aviation, the pandemic has also hastened a global transition to e-commerce in a way that is destined to benefit all providers of air cargo transportation. According to 1% estimate from IBM, the pandemic may have accelerated the global transition to e-commerce by 5 years. Some freight-focused aviation facilities such as East Midlands Airport (EMA) are in a position to take advantage of the market shift as e-commerce volumes accelerated during the pandemic. Freighter movement through the airports were also boosted by the sudden decline of cargo space offered by far fewer passenger flights.
So what the condition of the employees who are working in air cargo industry? So basically, due to the COVID-19, many workers lost their job, which means jobless because of this COVID-19 pandemic. So that many people have no chance to continue their job in air cargo industry.
Due to the coronavirus pandemic, the global air cargo industry has demonstrated a confounded business performance. Although the level of air freight volume was declined, the total revenue generation has increased, while full passenger aviation was hit harshly and swamped by the deteriorating business condition. The global air freight volume decreased by broadly 20% in March of 2020 compared to the March 2019 level. So, contrary to initiative belief, due to the widely imposed lockdown across the country and declining industrial production during the coronavirus pandemic, which it did somewhat positively affect the revenue level of the air cargo market. So, as we can see in the chart, during 2020, the year air cargo companies generated higher revenue than expected, which could be mostly driven by the rising price for rapid transport of goods on the airplane. For example, the number of air cargo flights in China and Germany has increased during the March of 2020 compared to the month before the COVID-19 hit